nobody wins when the family feuds. And if y'all have kids involved, ultimately, they're the ones that lose. It's imperative that y'all are choosing, y'all are dating people, y'all are in relationships with people, y'all are having kids with people, that even if y'all cannot reconcile y'all differences, y'all can still work together. People can be responsible and willing to be responsible and will not take y'all personal grievances to the internet so it can become public fodder for people and their opinions. This DDG and Halle Bailey situation has taken another left. DDG yesterday, he had filed an emergency order so Halle could not take their child to Italy. And in the emergency order, he put some text messages that found its way to the internet, and it has spread like wildfire and has been the discourse of the timeline. And I want to talk about it. I want to give my opinions because the conversations that we're having around this is absolutely nuts. We have gone so far to now debate postpartum, which is absolutely insane to me. So we're going to review some of these text messages. I'm going to give my thoughts and opinions and what I think about them. This is a court case, so I will discuss if this kind of helps him, if it hurts him, what it'll do. We're going to do all that in this video. This video shouldn't be too long, so just sit back and relax. But I do have to lay some ground rules. We have to get some definitions and some times in order before we jump into this conversation. Because everybody has this thought, this opinion, this feeling. Let's get some ground rules. So first, we're going to start with the actual definition of postpartum, which I have right here. Postpartum is the period that begins soon after the baby's delivery, usually lasts 6 to 8 weeks, and ends when the mother's body has nearly returned to its pre-pregnant state. The postpartum period is important for both short-term and long-term health and well-being for a woman and her newborn. Now, some of y'all are absolutely weird, especially some of y'all dudes. If y'all going to debate if postpartum is real or not, I don't care what you have to say. I have kids myself with a beautiful young lady. She went through postpartum. It is a rough period. Their body has went through changes. Their hormones are all over the place. It is a lot, and it's your job, especially as the father of the kids, to be there for her, to support her, especially emotionally. And it can be rough. It can be rough. Now, like they said, it's usually 6 to 8 weeks. It can be a little bit longer for some, can be a little shorter for some. That's up to each and every individual person. So, with that being said, let's see when she had her baby. Halle was born December 22nd of 2023. Okay? And they broke up October 2024. We have those dates. We have those definitions. Let's take a look at some of these text messages. The first text message I want to go over, and I'm going to put a trigger warning here. Some of y'all may want to skip ahead a little bit in the video because these messages are a lot. And she talks about offing herself in some of these text messages, and I don't want to trigger anybody out there. It's a lot. So if that is too much for you, this might be the time to click off, go to another section of the vid where I'm more or less just talking, because I do need the viewership time. But yeah, it's a lot. On top of grammatically, it's all over the place. But we have here, she says, this is proof. You leave me hanging as a mother. You don't step up when I need you to. I'm begging you. I just found out you slept with Lala in Mexico. I'm going to myself tonight. My son will not be around for it. I hate you forever. You can have him and let her be his mom. DDG responds with, I can't believe you're acting like this. Now, these text messages are from March 21st of 2024. They are still together, but this is months after the child is born. Can I go out here and firmly say that this is postpartum? I don't know. Because I never spoke to this woman a day in my life. It could be postpartum. She might have some very, very elongated postpartum. I highly doubt it is, but it could be. It could also be very manipulative. I don't know why she would take it to this extreme. My only thing with these text messages is if he's using this in court, a judge is going to say, she was like this, what did you do? Like, did you try to get your son? Did you try to calm her down? In the text messages, from what we can see, he kind of is nonchalant about it. And essentially they are still together. Now, she's also claiming that he slept with Lala during this. Lala has since came out on the internet saying she never slept with DDG. So I don't know who's lying or who's not. But hey, this is a lot. And honestly, I don't know, like I said, if it's postpartum or not. It is a long time after that child is born. But obviously she is going through it. You can see by the grammatical errors she is going through it. She's right now an emotional wreck, and I will shoot him some grace. When you have somebody that's talking about offering himself, and then on top of that, she's saying here, my son will not be around for it. You got to be very careful. And what you say, you have to be very careful. Now, I do believe she said that there was times or a time that he popped up at the crib. This would be a time where popping up at the crib is recommended, because you have to make sure that she's okay and that your child is okay. And you don't want to say something that will trigger that. A lot of y'all feel like he's supposed to do this, he's supposed to do that, and this, that, and third, and blah, 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 blah. A lot of y'all feel all types of things. And this is essentially, if your significant other is sending you this is a very, very delicate time. Have to be careful. Now, I can't speak to any of it because I don't know these people. But somebody, if these text messages are true, somebody sending you this, it's rough. This is rough. I'm pretty sure this is the same text thread. She goes on to say, I hate you. You are the most horrible person I ever met. I wish I didn't have to fight with you, but you continue to let me down every time. And when speak about exchanging my son in a money deal for views, and openly flirt about helping every other woman in the world but me, hate me and want me to die. I want to die because of you. I will die because of you. Again, it's a constant theme of wanting to take her life, and it's a rough position to be in. It's a rough position to be in. And at this point, you just have to try to make sure that everybody is okay. They're obviously not in the same location at this moment, so it's rough. Like it's rough. I don't know. I can't speak, like I said, if this is postpartum or not. This is a long time after the baby is a few months. We're looking at 3 months at least, and I don't know. I can't speak to maybe DDG wasn't the best boyfriend when she had the baby. Maybe she has always felt alone. Maybe he was always doing his own thing and never really there for her. So that can be an angle. I don't know. I don't know these people, and a lot of y'all just choosing a side based upon text messages, where honestly, I tend to believe that that everybody is lying because they have a angle to portray. So with that being said, I don't take any and everything at face value. She could be just trying to be very manipulative, and we have some text from some earlier times that could back that angle up too. I'll show them. We'll talk about them. So she could be being manipulative and knows what buttons to push, what things to say to get him to act and maneuver the way that she wants him to. I don't know. Like I said, this is a very, very tricky situation to be in. So here is a text thread from the year prior in February. Now, Halle was born in December of 2023. This is from February of 2023. This is way before the child is born. And she is saying the same kind of thing. I want to die. I never want to be here again. I hate this all. I hate this life. He responds with, please stop taking it to this extreme. We have here, this is from August of 2022. And you'll regret it. You'll regret ever meeting me. Go back to the bitches you're used to. Go back to fucking thoughts. Now, there's more text messages. The other text messages I couldn't really get. They're there, but they're super duper hard to see. And like, even trying to zoom in on it is a lot. Like, some of them are best read off your phone. So like, you can go to academics, you can go to Fear the Bug, you can just type in Halle Bailey DDG and most likely find all the text messages on the internet. They're there. That's y'all homework to do. What I do see though, I see a clear habit of saying some of the craziest thing out there. And if she is not being manipulative, because this could be very manipulative, but if she's not, at least at the minimum, she needs help. Now, I don't know how good of a boyfriend DDG was, if he was there for her or not. These could be cries out for help, or it could be manipulation. It is bad. It is bad. There's also another post that he put of he had a giant gash on his finger saying that she cut him. I think the chick is emotionally unstable. And honestly, these text messages here from 2023 February in August of 2022, if a chick sending me these text messages, she ain't getting no kid from me. She ain't. So DDG, you really messed up there. Shorty been bugging, and you gave her a kid. And honestly, if she's acting like this before the kid, after the kid, it is only going to worsen. Really and truly. Now, being that they're both fighting for custody, do I think this helps DDG short term? I don't think so. Because now he has to prove that if this was happening, why did you not take your child or seek some type of help for her and get your child away from her? The judge might feel, or somebody might feel that you know, obviously thought she was still okay to have the child. That is an angle that will be taken. For everybody to be jumping on postpartum, this I don't know. I don't think it's postpartum. I think it's a habitual habit, and I think having a child though did intensify these habits, these emotional instabilities, and honestly, DDG, it's your fault having a child with somebody that's emotionally unstable. This is a word to warning to anybody. I don't care how good you think you putting it down on shorty. If she's sending you texts like these, leave that woman alone. Anybody telling you, especially if they were the Little Mermaid, anybody that is telling you that you'll regret ever meeting me is insane. Leave her alone. Now, like I said, I don't know about them personally. I've never seen DDG really disrespect her online. I don't know if he ever cheated or not. She could just feel like that. It's been times where she has come off very controlling. That situation that she had with Kai Cenat, having Halo and Kai Cenat stream. I do believe that she wants the control, and she wants to say in what capacity that you can take the child and do what you want with the child. And when I feel like getting up and going to Bora Bora, I can just take the child with me because that's my son. I do see that a lot with her, but this chick is crazy, and you decided to have a child with a crazy chick. And having a child, especially for a woman, only intensifies what's already there. Like I said, I don't know if this helps him or hurts him. I think it doesn't help. I feel like it doesn't really help because, yeah, you got to prove why did you leave the child with somebody that you saying this, like, is this unstable, on top of, you know, putting this out 3 days she's supposed to go on the trip is obviously to stop her from going on the trip. And this is something that you should have been came out with. I will also say that with a lot of these situations and a lot of the males in these kind of situations with women, if the woman you dealing with, I'm not saying for this or anybody else's, but for in general, if the woman you with seems to be vindictive, is going against you, going to court against you, saying you attacked her, showing some proof, even if the proof is fake, whatever, showing text messages, if she's going out her way to do all these things, you got to put that integrity to the side, and you got to get on the same type of time. When people decide to lawyer up, it's time to lawyer up. When people go to court, it's time to get ready for court. And if you got a stance that you're trying to take, all that high road and anything else ain't the time. It ain't the time. But like I said, more importantly, you meet a chick and she like this, leave her alone. Leave her alone. This being postpartum or not ain't for me to decide. That is something that can be very hard to prove. I don't think your postpartum should be lasting months upon months. And if it does, you need serious help, which can work towards DDG benefit that, yo, this chick is unstable. So that is an angle they can take. I don't know. I just pray for the child because this is ugly. And this, at the end of the day, is going to affect that child. And it's important that we are thinking about kids before we decide to do anything. But that's my thoughts and opinion. This ain't nothing to get on the internet and fight about, because none of y'all are in this relationship. People are always going to try to appeal to your emotional side, and we can't let our emotions dictate our thinking, especially when we are dealing with situations of this magnitude. Y'all just be careful out there, and I just hope all the best for Halo.